Hello guys, welcome back. Starting from the BTC under a daily time frame. However, there is not much to talk about on the daily time frame. As long as we're going to be below 36,000, 35,500 levels, then I will count that daily is heavily under the water. If we're going to break the $36,000, claim it as a support, then we've got the main support level at around 38,000, 40,000 and 42,000 levels. So bear in your mind, these levels may change in the future. However, in this video, we're not going to discuss the under daily time frame, the RSI, which we discussed in the previous videos. As you remember, now we've got a potential bullish divergence. At the same time, it is not confirmed yet. If you can see the daily time frame, how we got rejection right from the 0.5 level. On that mid time frame, this 0.5, which is 32,600 and 700 levels, are extremely important, which I mentioned in the previous videos, and that is where your point of control level at the same time in the last 3 days. So as you can see, the first rejection, second rejection, dollar to dollar, the level hold 382, also the rejected from 0.5 level, again that we see today's candle rejected. However, we've got 8 hour plus to close this candle. Moving on to 4 hour time frame. Before we move on to multiple time frame analysis, if you guys learning and enjoying from the content, do not forget to like the video, and if you're new to the channel, subscribe and activate the bell so you do not miss the accurate market updates. If we're going to take a look on the 4 hour time frame, the mid time frame, as you can see in the last 48 hours, we got a proper rejection from the 0.5 level, and that was expected. At the same time, if you remember, we had this low time frame resistance, which is not important at the moment. However, the main resistance was around this 32,600 and 36,700 levels, which I mentioned in the previous video. So we got rejection, the first rejection, 32,875. However, today morning's rejection was around 32,930. $200-300 difference. As you can see, we keep rejecting from the 0.5, the golden zone of the Fibonacci. Also, as I mentioned, that it is your point of control level. However, if we're going to discuss this price action, as you remember, I mentioned in the last video that this was a support number 1 and this was a support number 2. So the support number 1 I changed as a resistance number 1, which obviously acting as a resistance at the moment. And these levels, except this minor resistance, which I added in the last few days ago. And you remember that we have these levels that we've been following in the last over a month and a half, and nothing has been changed. And as soon as we broke the 30,000 level, that was a bear trap. We were expecting the price action to go all the way up. However, as you can see, as I mentioned, that was a bear trap. As soon as we entered into this level, I update via Twitter that price action highly likely gonna go in the first place on the lower time frame to this resistance level that we will see in the lower time frame. Highly likely we will get a rejection from 32,600 and 700 levels. I also mentioned in the previous video. However, most of the people may think like this pump was as a result of the Elon Musk and Jack's interview. However, do not forget that we pumped around here and then the interview took place. Don't forget that. If you know how to read the charts, these charts will tell you most likely the accurate scenarios. So those type of interviews can happen, and the market expected actually to break this 0.5 level, claim it as a support, even though we had a main and important level of the Fibonacci under a higher time frame, which was 33,500 and 600 levels, that as you can see. Also, the next one is going to be the heavy for the bulls in order to break this level, which is $35,000, which I'm keep mentioning. As long as we're going to be below $35,000, $36,000, as you remember, we're going to see this level. First fake out, which I mentioned via Twitter. Second fake out, that was a rejection, proper rejection right from here. Number of rejections, as you can see. Next rejection, and price action literally dumped further towards the south. However, again, this is going to be acting a strong resistance to break. As you can see, first rejection that we're going to face. The second one is 0.618. The third, the major one, is going to be 35,500, 36,000 ideally, in order to claim that level, break it, claim it as a support, then we are good to go. However, it is quite early for us to talk about it. So as I said, pay less attention. As long as you've got a solid system, pay less attention to this type of news or fundamental things. For market and instant technical analysis, the updates, you can follow me via Twitter, _magnate. If we're going to analyze the current situation on the 4-hour time frame, it's heavily underwater. As I said in the previous video, as long as we're going to be remaining below $33,500, $34,000, I will consider that we are underwater. However, if in the next 72 hours, if we're going to claim this level of $32,600, $700, ideally $33,000 after 72 hours, 4 hour may give us a bullish signal. However, it is too early for us to talk about it because at the moment, as you can see, in the last 72 hours, we kept rejecting from the 0.5 golden zone as well as the lower line of this resistance number 1. At the same time, I'm expecting that the price action to go further dump at around $31,000. As long as we're going to be holding this $31,000 in this weekend, and then probably we will see consolidation. If we're going to lose, which is higher time frame, doesn't look good. If we're going to lose this level, highly likely we will come to test again the $30,000. However, this time, this level of $29,500, $29,000, highly likely will not hold, and then price action we may see all the way down towards the $27,000. Before we move on to lower time frame analysis, if you want to learn all these technical analysis, what I'm showing, and if you want to become an independent professional trader or you're interested in the institutional trading systems, you can message me via Telegram at Magnate8, and 101 intense mentorship is available. It only takes you 5 to 10 hours to master this all. And during the course, you will learn day trading, i.e. scalping, swing, as well as the long-term as an investor trading systems. Moving on to 2-hour time frame. If we're going to analyze the 2-hour time frame, as you can see, we're again rejecting clear rejections in the last 72 hours from the lower line of this resistance number 1. At the same time, we're rejecting from 0.5, the Fibonacci level. From my side, all I can see is 2-hour time frame is under the bull's control. However, it is weak, and there is a chance that 2-hour time frame may test the $31,000. And this test may happen in the next 24 to 48 hours. If we're going to hold this $31,000, further consolidation a bit above the bullish territory, and we are good to go to claim this $32,000 easily. Otherwise, if we cannot hold the $31,000, as I said, highly likely you will see on the lower time frame, we will come and then test the 30,000 levels. Because on the 2-hour time frame, losing 31,000, 2 hours will move towards the bear territory. Moving on to 1-hour time frame. As I mentioned in the last video, as soon as we managed to break with this candle, as you can see on the 1-hour time frame, around $30,500, $31,000, 1-hour time frame started towards the bullish zone. At the moment, 1 hour is on the bullish territory. As I said, in the lower time frame, that as we can see clearly how these levels are playing: rejection, rejection, and rejection. 4 times rejection. The 5th time rejection just happened a couple of hours ago. So at the same time, as you can see, price action, lower time frame price action got stuck between minor resistance level, lower time frame resistance, and as well as the multiple time frame resistance level below this resistance number 1. Again, in order to hold this bullish level, we should hold the 31,200, 31,500 levels. If we're going to lose, as I said, again, this level, then highly likely price will dump further down towards the $30,000. Also, in the next 24 hours, 12 to 24 hours, if we're going to lose this minor resistance, 1-hour time frame will move towards the consolidation zone. So the levels are clear. On the 4-hour time frame, as long as we're going to be remaining below 33,500, ideally 34,000 level, then I would consider that we're under the bear territory. However, after 72 hours, if we manage to stay above 0.5, the Fibonacci level, at the same time lower line of this resistance, then we are good to go all the way up to 618, the golden zone. Then the next stop is going to be $35,000. However, at the moment we are in the consolidation and mid time frame, higher time frame, heavily under bear's control. We will see how the $31,000 for 1 hour, 2 hour, as well as 4-hour time frame will react. If we're going to hold and see the further consolidation, and then we may see in the next week, Tuesday, Wednesday, we may see that the BTC may pump. It is slightly early for us to talk about it. We're going to talk in the next coming videos. We came to an end of this episode, and if you guys enjoyed it, do not forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.